Oh, hold up. Wanda Smith, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for tapping in. I'm waiting on it to kick in. We got Beat Freaks Barbecue in the building. Oh yeah, I'm finding them, man. Asaya Quill, aka Mama Quill, what it do?
Send me send me the link.
Okay, well, who we got all tapping in? Who we got tapping in? Tony Terry tapping in from Miami-Dade to 305. Good morning. And we got the beautiful Deborah Luna. Good morning. Terry Nixon. Even though I got beef with the church. Good morning. Sitting up here talking crazy already. Good. That's why I'll keep falling out with y'all, Church Terry Nixon. I got Satan right across from me. Debbie Clark, good morning. Queen Anifa, grand rising to you. I ain't going. We're going to need your support to Philly because it seems like they're going to put us out of Flint. Lil Mama, grand rising to you. Ashley Gaddis, good morning. You know Nicholas J. Gaddis, pastor that he is. Good morning. Good morning.
Lady Ashley.
And let me see. Okay. Let me see this. I see Taz Montana. I got so many ops now. This was made last night. I'm out the game.
Dang.
What up, T from the D? Book of Revelations. Good morning. Tony Terry in the building. What's up, my good brother? Nah, I got on the spaceship and left. Yes, I am. It's comfortable over here. It's comfortable. Donna Meredith, good morning. Sherry Allen, the beautiful Sherry Allen, good morning. Vicente Dave, good morning. Kermit Lyons, welcome back. You ain't missed nothing but drama.
Welcome back.
No games, good morning. Darnell Dumas, truly the only Dumas that like 810 News Media Group. Barb Harrington, good morning. Oh my goodness, the girl who spiked my cup. I thought it was lemonade. It was lemon Thunderbird. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And good morning, IB. Let me see. Lorna, good morning to you. Raphael Bird, good morning to you. Coming in from the 601, if you don't know, that's Mississippi. Book of Revelations, we are at the end. We are at the end. We are at the end. Odie, is it Udi? Odie. Because you know what? I can't wait till 4:30. Robert Sharon, good morning. Good morning. I will be recording from here on out. Oh, yes, that is Sherry Allen. Rose Monroe, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody that love us, smash that like button. If you don't like it, smash it anyway. Y'all got to help us right now. You know, we built something and it got tore down by one individual. Rhoda Akins, good morning. Good morning. She came here and shook up the platform. 5 p.m. show had you in the chokehold. I ain't going. I haven't recovered from it yet. We got my 7th Wardian in the building shooting the blank T. What it do? I'm just telling you right now, 810 does not have a friend from every ward that's in Flint. I can say that proudly.
Shit, did we ever?
We definitely don't now. And even the ones that was on the fence then jumped off. Because they looking at it. They don't know what's going on. Flint is the city if you doing anything wrong.
Stop.
True indeed. True indeed. If you did something back when you was 13, it's going to come back on you. LaWanna Terry, good morning. Good morning. I'm just telling you, this is how Flint is rolling right now.
Yeah, reach out and touch me. Show it.
Morning. I'm just telling you. My goodness, family. I just got my phone. Teresa. I don't know why you still deal with us, but thank you, because we don't have many friends. Tasha Lynn, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're here. And it is with it. The queen herself then tapped in with us this morning. Miss Beverly Biggs Lee. Hey.
Biggs or bust.
That's what we saying right now.
With transparency today, truth tomorrow.
Well,
truth tomorrow.
Eleanor Wicker in the building.
Trust.
Oh, okay. Transparency.
And we can talk about what that means.
Yeah, you know what? Teresa and give the son. Golfer then came part of the blue side. I don't know who it is. It might somebody don't like us. But thank you for tapping in, Golfer. Thank you for tapping in. Christina Mosley, good morning, good morning. What is you got the weather today? Because it's cold. It's cold.
Well, Mickey, I'm glad that you asked me about the weather for today.
Really, I shouldn't have, but
What you mean?
I rolled the dice and it is what it is. Carolyn Hendricks, good morning, good morning. KZ114, good morning. Erica got us, good morning. All right, Winter, give us the weather.
Well, the weather for today, God bless everyone for tuning in. Wednesday's weather alert, we got heavy showers of God's blessings. Strong winds to blow your worries away, followed by warm hugs to put a smile on your face, and continuous love throughout your day.
That's what you took from that weather?
Yeah, that's the weather today.
That was the weather.
That's the weather. But the real weather is 26 degrees and it feels like it's 22. It's a little cold outside. It's a little cold outside today. And we're not expecting any snow or rain, but we wasn't yesterday either and it still snowed. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say.
Elijah Green, good morning. What she said, a lot of people in the city of Flint are not happy during this time. One minute is looking good for you, and the next minute all your business is out.
Oh Lord.
That's what she basically saying. It's a lot of cold coming ahead before it get better. Keisha Denise, good morning. We got Juju Lamartin tapped in. Isaiah Thomas, good morning. The Wigster then came back. How you doing, Wigster? Michelle Smith, a.k.a. Ann. Thank you. And today is council, what we call Judgment Day. But today, we got Johnny G, the gift to keep giving. And I want everybody to thank Mama Marshall. Carol Marshall is on here. Thank you to gift that you gave the city of Flint by the name of Winters Hall. We're going to give her back, though. We're going to give her back. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, but she know the storm is here. Good morning, Cameron Lewis. Good morning. And my brother, Michael Cooley from Greenwood, Mississippi, then tapped in. That's the 662. If I'm over here nervous, y'all know why. Anytime Johnny G come on with the crazy winters, we don't know what's going to go down. And we late. So usually when we late, you was going to be late anyway. I was early. I was just sitting out here contemplating like, how bad this.
I got a witness this morning. It wasn't me.
What time did y'all pull up?
Listen. All I got to tell you is that Mickey was.
We out of executive session. I had to go in there for a minute. Alan, what it do, good brother? Donnell Meredith, Eddie Gray, what it do? No, because I have to watch y'all. Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. You know, it's the gift to keep giving. Trevor Berryhill, good morning. But you won't set me up. Uh-oh.
Morning, Trev.
Jeff Callahan been gifted with a membership. Jeffy Jeff.
Yeah.
I got to watch y'all. Y'all liable to say anything on here.
We still got time.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be a lot of outing. A lot of
glitches.
Miss Horizon Smith. No, it's going to be a tell-all. That's what it'll be. We won't be the only ones looking at everybody sideways. Welcome to the bump.
Just so everybody knows, I tried to say thank you for saying good morning to me, but he was talking over me. But I appreciate everybody saying good morning.
Good morning.
And this is a no call-in show today.
We like the callers that call in.
I don't.
Mickey said it's a no call-in show today.
I don't even want to. You know what? Y'all don't know how to handle them callers. I don't like the way you handle them callers to my liking.
Man, I was trying to ask questions back to them. They just didn't want to talk.
Thank you, guys. So I got to tell you, I think we need to, after our discussion this morning, I think we have to do a members only show, but we'll talk about that in a little while because
Another members only show? Oh,
Chicken
that
rib.
means it's cracking.
Yeah.
When they go back to members only, if y'all like what you heard and what you saw yesterday, I'm telling y'all gotta get a membership because this next members only show, you coming with some receipts.
Hit that like button, family. Please smash that like button.
I got about 50 of them.
Smash that like button, family. I know it's a lot of times I haven't came on here
Twilight Zone
and begged in a long time. And this is my part of saying,
lock the door. It's time for y'all to hit that cash out.
Lock the door.
$810 News Media.
I gotta do it right. Lock the door. Because winters might have me jammed up out here, family. Lock the door and come back with a blessing if I can get some security. Lock the door. Security.
Yeah.
We need it. And we only asking for $200,000.
That's it.
Lock the door. Lock the door.
We want
but I bet you one thing.
What?
In 10 days, you'll get better than $80. So that's all she got. She probably took that.
I mean, what y'all talking? I'm missing something. I was saying I was just trying to raise $200,000 for 810.
That's what we talking about.
Okay. Lorna, good morning. Marcia Tarver, good morning. Super Mayor Tiffany Hanger, good morning.
I don't like him blocking his face out to us.
That's fine. I don't want to look at his face. I mean, look at him.
Okay.
Oh, the disrespect is, I feel all the disrespect. No problem. I love it.
Can't hear us.
No, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Can't hear nothing.
Oh, shoot. I mean, technology.
Oh, my God. Y'all pray for the show. One day it might get better. Who knows?
Mickey, I hear.
She's about to.
No, I was going to say, Tanya, and Winters, they always say, Mickey, I just emailed you something. Put that up. So I'm going to do the same thing.
Don't email me nothing.
I just need you to put up the first page of each one of these documents for me. Let's start off.
Now, that should be a member only show. You should do that member
No,
only.
not this.
No, I just think she gave me some. She sent one.
We just got to tease them with that
you gotta
one.
tease
No,
them
this has
with
nothing to do with what we talking about. You don't even know about
Yeah, I should. Just because I'm not in that.
Okay, this is something new.
I don't want to know.
So let's keep going. We'll do this.
You won't want to know this.
200 people. Come on.
Mickey, I just sent that to you. Can you put that up for the people? Look, guys, he don't want to show you nothing. I'm just letting you know. I'm willing to show it to you.
I gotta find.
I back my stuff up.
Get the people what they want.
I don't really want to get nobody nothing.
Mickey, you can't be like that.
Which one you want? The first one?
You're going to do both of them, but it don't matter which one first. Just put the first page up there.
With the Groff versus Reed.
Yeah, you can do that one.
Oh, whoa! Breaking news.
Get this together for the family. The views of Johnny and Winters is not that of 810 News Group.
I thought I was 810.
This little punk ass podcast.
Damn. I'm a punk podcaster.
It's up there. Can y'all see the screen? Who want to read?
Not the email, the actual attachment.
Oh well, my bad. My bad.
My bad,
hot damn it. Okay.
Now he's showing this whole email thing.
It ain't nothing in there. They ain't gonna find.
Thank God I'm the client.
Well, thank God you are, man. That's terrible. Well, come around here then, Johnny, if you want to tell me which one is the right one, man.
Shouts out to H10 News.
Let me go jump in this producer seat. I'll be right back.
They're the greatest producer in the world.
Yeah, come around this way.
Space these sprockets. That's what we call around here today. We just gonna call him
discombobulated.
Nah, ain't discombobulated. Y'all come.
Discombobulated.
You want this right here?
But you want me to start playing?
No, don't touch nothing. You want this up here?
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Okay, damn.
I ain't doing both of y'all.
That's what I've been asking. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't do this.
I ain't had my coffee.
She said I need a cigarette after part one.
You think? Okay, here we go.
Breaking news.
Yeah, Ron Folk, the followers asked, don't even have this because, you want to be one-sided for some reason.
This the one you want. We ready now?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay, this the first one you said you wanted. God damn it. It's up there.
This was filed. It's up there.
It's up there.
This was filed first thing this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Winters, can you read that since you're closer to me?
No, I can't see that.
You can't?
I remember.
Hey, hold on, Blindy. Come on over here, Ray. Come on over here, Ray.
Hell, I bought lip gloss yesterday and it was lash glue.
Yeah, get her off the screen with me.
That didn't work too well. Everybody wants to see your ass. They ain't come see you.
Come on, Ray.
I come.
You're flying yourself over here. Talk to the mic, Ray.
My best thing.
Hell yeah.
I can't do it.
God.
Quit playing like
I need to host this show.
Flint Law Group PC plaintiff versus Nikisha Reed, aka Reed Nikki. Yeah, it's so pretty. We don't know what her name is. She go by Nikisha Reed and Reed Nikki. So the complaint and jury demand plaintiff Flint Law Group PC by and through its undersigned attorneys and by way of complaint brings this action for damages and other legal and equitable relief against defendant Nikisha B. Reed, aka Reed Nikki, alleging as follows.
You don't have to go through the whole thing, but yeah. I think that's an 11-page defamation complaint, slander complaint, because quite frankly.
What was this file at? Go back up to the top.
You can go on back over there, now you can see it.
United States District Court for the District of New Jersey. Don't put your hands on me.
You can see the screen now. You over here like you had some chitlins.
You want to put the second one up, Nick?
Sure will.
Watch out for that thing right there if y'all want.
You might as well stay up because you can have to go.
Nah, she can see it on the screen now. I got it because Winter's like she done ate some chitlins this morning. I'm just telling you.
Is that the other one?
No, I'm gonna bring it up for y'all. Hold on.
Got to give the people.
I got you. This the way you want
give
right
people
here.
What they want. She messed up last night when she called me.
No, she confirmed what she is about.
This the second one. Okay, I got you.
Got to give the people. Hey.
My juice.
Yeah, this the second one up here right now. Boy, you got a lot of things going on, don't you, Johnny G?
I do.
Okay, can you read that, Ray?
Mental Law Group PC
versus that's the same one.
No, that's the second one. Hold on, that's the second one you had me pull up.
United States District Court for the District of New Jersey. Damn, how many damn?
Wait a minute. Was the other one Johnny G?
You got 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this the second one you had me pull up.
My bad, someone must be suing her twice.
Damn. In New Jersey? So that means she got to go to New Jersey and go to court?
Sure do.
Oh, hell.
And then the third one.
I got you. Hold on one second.
And I promised everybody I was doing this. I don't know why people think that I do. They know when I promise something, I keep it.
Wait a minute. What more I'm going to say? Mickey, Johnny is right. Mr. Mays was not seeing anybody, not even a fiance. He said that out of his mouth during a group chat after the council meetings. John may know who I'm talking about.
That's true. That's true. He said that multiple times.
This the one you want right here, right, buddy? This the one.
Jules' platform on TikTok.
This you right here, John. This is John E. Groff, plaintiff.
I gotta get Jules on here. I'm gonna follow Jules.
Okay, this the last one. This the one you got with her.
John E. Groff, plaintiff versus Nikisha Reed, aka Reed Nikki. Plaintiff John E. Groff, by and through his undersigned attorneys and by way of complaint, brings this action for damages and other legal and equitable relief against defendant Nikisha B. Reed, aka Reed Nikki, alleging as follows. Come on, keep going. Read the glass. Keep going. What else we gotta see? Keep going. Okay, keep going.
Oh, that must be her address of the house.
The house that's 10 times more than what May stay in. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
But these want the general allegations. Ray, you that blind?
No, I'm just. She made false and defamatory statements about plaintiff on social media, specifically in the public Facebook group Flint Politics. Not reboot. It's this the echo chamber.
Yeah, Flint Politics. Yeah, they might get sued too. I'm not sure.
God.
They post, you know, Ron Foger even, or whatever his name is, Fong, or whatever his name is. I hope he's watching, because he is. He's a fan too.
He is?
Yeah.
What up, Ron?
You know, he don't want to print the truth. He just want to print the gossip. Like he a gossip column. He don't check his facts. He talks about, you know, he doesn't say Neely directly, but he basically says Neely had the billboards taken down by Beverly Biggs. Ron, why don't you go report today that they going back up?
Yes, I had a cocktail.
Why don't you go report on the good stuff, Ron? And just don't do what you want to do. So yeah, Ron's a fan, guys. Actually, I didn't realize that so many people were my fans.
Chaz Montana with the $4.99.
You didn't realize you had
Super chat. Thank you.
No,
In case he didn't tap in, good morning, everybody.
I got a lot of haters.
I got a lot of haters
that turn back into fans.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen.
It's a vicious circle.
But mine don't turn back into fans.
What's wrong with Uncle Thing? What's wrong, Miss Young? She not sad, Miss Young. What's wrong, baby? That's Miss Young's been knocking with us since the time the rocks was made. Snow said, I did a 10-minute interview with Unc back in December of 2023. I'm about to drop the truth real soon. I got a receipt nobody has.
Bonita Murray, good morning. Merck 76, morning.
Hey,
Clark,
Bishop.
Thanks, morning. Whew.
Got to give the people what they want.
Give what they want, Winston.
You know,
said Rich is filing a lawsuit too.
Against who? Valerie Barber, good morning. Bishop, what it do?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, after yesterday, I was charged up. I was happy. I was happy that people understand the truth now that Nikki gave them the truth. So I really thought that Rich was going to go live, and I wanted to go live with them. So I went to his house in what's that, 7th Ward there? Over there off of Chevrolet.
Amir, good morning. Yeah.
Oh, Rich lives in Tanya's ward.
That may be the 6th.
I remember that.
If it's across DuPont?
Yeah. No, not across DuPont.
I don't know. It's either the.
I guess it is DuPont.
And maybe the 6th Ward?
Well, anyway, I went to the house yesterday because I wanted to get on his live too. You know, I'm starting to like this.
Oh, do a live?
Yeah, and I figured he was going to go live, but we ain't heard a peep out of him yet.
Well, they ain't over. He showed
Rich, can I come on your live with you?
Hell no!
So we can talk about the truth.
Live.
Can I come on your live with you so we can talk about the truth? We right here, Rich.
Oh my God. It's a live finna be dead probably 5, 4,
Matter of
3,
fact,
2,
listen,
1.
I don't know what you guys bring Rich on with me. And let's talk about the truth.
How many pages do she got? Listen, if you don't want to watch, Trevor, get Nikki shits out of here.
Good morning,
Get her
Linda.
out of here.
Good morning, Linda Chilton.
I ain't never seen nobody
don't
like people, but they come on to watch them.
What did she
to
say?
Talk about them. Why do y'all keep letting this clown on here?
I like it.
That we can talk about clowns in a minute, but we don't have to talk about clowns right now. Yeah, we can talk about clowns in a minute. Nikki, I would invite you to come to I'm over here inviting people to the show.
I'm like, well, I'm just looking like, no.
Yeah, I mean, anybody want to come on the show with me?
They don't want to come on.
Contact my agent Winters.
I got you. I do good deals. What you got?
What's Tito saying?
Not Tito.
Tito say he here. Tito, Nikki want to talk to you in the chat.
Oh, she don't want to talk to Tito.
Well, she said she want to voice her opinion. She said she can voice her opinion. I mean, John, you can get up under their skin. I see that, John.
Look, you're going to have a lot of time to voice your opinion in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Just save it for then, Nikki. Just save it for Jersey, baby. Just save it for Jersey. But I'm glad that you're on here and you want to voice your opinion because
she voiced her opinion yesterday.
Stuff just drops in my lap, you know.
She called me a fat bleep, you know what I mean? And
what up, Rodney Thomas?
That was so sad. Come on in, Rodney.
It wasn't sad.
That was sad to see she crashed out.
Yeah, well,
she crashed out.
Unfortunately, that's what you do when you lie.
She crashed out. Said her house was worth 10 more than Meg's, and she had a Cadillac and Beverly Biggs was and I mean, again, I'm like, Neil, what my mom got to do with anything? You know, it's like Miss Biggs is getting attacked at all sides. Again, we can't get distracted from the race on May. When is the election? May 6th?
May 6th. But there's a purpose. Everybody got a purpose behind life.
Sure do.
Everybody. Some good, some bad, some crazy. Well, Nikki, purpose was put here in existence by Sheldon Neely. We have the receipts.
Unfortunately, he ain't lying.
And guys, the member only show, before we get into whatever they want to talk about, the member only show is going to, with the permission of the person who got these receipts to me, it came to a staff member this morning between 5 a.m. and I think they're still coming in. Screenshots, contracts, conversations, show you just how much of a fraud Nikki is. Show you that she's taking money from a single mother, promising the world that she can do in her daughter's school. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys, and we're going, with her permission, with her permission, we're going to put them up on the screen. Mickey going to be doing some work that day because there's going to be a lot to see. I would venture to guess I have 50 plus screenshots.
You want to give him a preview?
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can give him a preview of the one, yeah. We're going to give you a preview of the one.
Mickey, put up that preview of that one because we got permission.
I kind of like bossing Mickey around. Mickey, get that done.
This came from her.
John, don't have me flip out of this early in the morning, man.
I ain't crashing out too. Don't worry about it.
No,
don't worry about it.
We don't want to be.
And I will.
We don't want people to think that we're lying. And this is proof. This is coming from
herself.
Nikki Sheree. It's a text, and she says she was talking to someone, and she says you've done the work and a great job. I'm just her to continue supporting her. Sheldon kind of grew on me. They said, huh? Sheldon Neely? And then she goes back, what had happened? Sheldon Neely. She said, Sheldon grew on you? I'm lost. And then they say, I don't know him, but she says, she admits that. Sheldon grew on her. So in order for somebody to grow on you, you didn't have to have conversations with them.
And it says she's supporting her, right?
She said, no.
Is that what she... Well,
I'm just here. I'm just her to continue supporting her. I'm just her.
So I think she's referring to, I don't even know her name. Neely's appointee.
The appointee.
Yeah, the fake council person.
Oh, the ambassador?
Yeah, the ambassador. What's her name?
LaShawn.
That's who she's speaking about. And we know she authored this email. Look at her grammar. Look at her mistypes. I mean, she can't blame that on Siri.
But remember, I told our bumpers yesterday when we did this special show. We've been doing this for too long. All of us daily. We are smart. And I knew as soon as I seen one of her posts on Facebook where she said, and third ward candidate Beverly Biggs. Now, ain't nobody calling her that. You just gonna say Bev or Beverly Biggs or whatever.
Right.
To put all of that in there,
right.
I knew it was political. I knew it was a political agenda, but I didn't know who was behind it. But
and it's okay. Just come out and tell them. And also, well, I was about to start revealing some tea.
No, not.
Listen, get your biscuits, guys, because when we do this thing, there's going to be needing some biscuits to dump them in them teas. I think that's what they do.
They put the biscuit, yeah.
Yeah, they put the biscuit in the tea. And I think our FedEx, matter of fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to FedEx a complimentary pack of biscuits to Nikki at her $100,000 home. So that's what 10 times more than $10,000 home is, right? It's 100,000 like calculator, right? I said that she had a house worth 10 times.
Yeah.
So 10 times 10 would be 100,000. So I'm gonna send this to your home, a pack of biscuits FedEx today. So you'll have them ready for whenever we do this show.
I'm reading the comments. I ain't got like Mickey. I'm all up in the comments. I'm tired because I was up trying to watch Snow and Uncle Carl last night. Carl he was cracking up. He said Johnny G is the gift that just keeps on giving around here. Him and Snow had me dying last night.
I noticed yesterday, Mickey, you had on a hat that I'd never seen before.
Me too.
And you have a hat on now, and it displays A1 News Media.
Let me get you one.
No, I want to buy 15 for some of your viewers.
Don't have me selling them out. I can't send them out because I'm still trying to get Maurice's cups.
Yeah.
I'll send them out to my law office. Just give them to me. I buy them for 15 people, and I don't know how
so
you
how
discern.
we gonna go in there and pick 15? We just can't pick 15 people.
I want to send one. I want to send one to Miss Eunice.
No, we're gonna do this. Anybody that puts in $10 in the however you do it.
The super chat.
The super chat. Anybody putting out that $9.99 is gonna get a hat. All you got to do is put the $9.99. How about that?
The first 15 people that hit the super chat for $9.99 get a free A10 hat mailed to them. Hey, then you can do your membership and everything, and they can watch the members only. Where you gonna drop the rest of the stuff?
Can I get to know when the members only gonna happen? Y'all tell me.
Oh, we forgot to tell you.
We were talking about that.
Maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
This Saturday coming up.
Yes.
We'll put a flyer up.
What up, Maxter?
You're able to do it on the weekend.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
We'll have to do it on the weekend.
Oh my, that's what's up. On Saturdays, huh?
Yeah, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when you run a podcast or television show or radio show, you got to be accessible, Mickey.
Teresa.
Teresa want her
cup.
She want a
Teresa,
cup.
I could have been bought you a cup. I ain't
What kind
got
of
one.
cup?
Teresa with the $10 super chat.
That's okay.
What kind of cup you want?
A Spacely Sprocket cup. she
said she want a cup.
She want a cup to say Spacely Sprocket 810, baby. The Maxter in the building. You're late, Angie.
No, she was right on time.
Matter of fact, you know what? Anybody
Christy
that wants...
Coleman, good morning.
Let me figure this out. Anybody that wants that the hat, I'm gonna purchase it for them.
You just gonna purchase it for them?
Yeah, if they give up your donate $10 to you.
He
First
said,
15
Trevor.
people.
he said,
Trevor said, "Give me that hat."
Meat Freak said he gonna get his cup next year.
No, you know what? I'm about to send Meat Freak address to Johnny right now. So he can
Trevor B with a $10, and people said, the other people said, Casey said, well, they didn't get their shirts and hat. We need to take care of them first. You gave that away. You gave Shirley's away, and you gave Casey's. I didn't have nothing to do with that. You was running that. Get them people their stuff.
They know what happened, and then Mickey promised them both that he was gonna get them shirts. So
well, wait a minute. I heard. Oh, we got somebody else there.
Trevor with the $10.
Lil Mama.
Lil Mama. Oh, she want her. She want a hat. Listen, you drop that 10, you get a hat. That's all I can tell you.
And you guys. All right. So I saw you with the pink one. Now I think Mickey had a
gray one.
Gray one that I had on.
And I seen Trevor had on a white one.
Well, Trevor already got one. So why are you trying to buy another one?
Because he might want a pink one or a gray one. It don't matter.
I don't think Trevor wants a pink one.
Definitely don't want a pink one.
Men can wear pink.
Yeah, men can wear pink, but I don't see Trevor wearing pink.
Yeah, me either.
Maybe some camouflage
might want
shit.
one for Amanda.
Maybe some camouflage shit.
You can do a camouflage one for Trevor.
How am I supposed to know? You guys are the ones
That'd
selling.
be dope. Trevor would love a camouflage hat.
Now listen, the other thing I heard, Mickey, and I wanted you to confirm it.
Confirm what? Talk to me.
I heard some conversation. You know, people around Flint talk. I heard some conversation that you got some new stuff coming out. You got a website with the merch section on it, and
oh yeah. I heard that too.
We got a caller, even though we're not taking a caller, but he's part of 810. What's up, Trev?
I heard that too, John.
I want that pink hat.
Why are you trying to make me look like a liar? Why are you trying to do that?
We're gonna
I
get
need
you.
it for the white.
See?
Oh, that's a
Amanda.
different story. All right, that's a different story.
Yeah, when you drive the family crazy. All right, you guys get back on the show.
Okay, bye.
For sure. What up, Trev?
Mickey, he didn't call for you. He called for Winters.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Shirley. Who did you say? Oh, Shirley. Shirley told the truth on that one there.
Miss Shirley, why you blaming on me? You know Mickey asked you what size you wear.
And I said I was going to pay for it.
Where's
And I said
Kawan
I'll
at?
pay for it. You was supposed to order it. But Miss Shirley, we got a website.
Did you give me the money?
You never ordered it.
Okay.
When are you?
I always pay when I went to go pick it up.
When is that website coming out?
When is it coming out?
The website should be dropping before the end of the week.
This week.
Yeah.
This week.
Okay.
I'm excited about it. I gotta show it to you. It's nice. We might just stream right from the website from now on. Just once we get the website pushed out there from everybody just have the website. They won't even.
Oh, you got some high tech stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, big things going on.
Big things.
Merch.
They can go right there on the website. They can see the past shows. They can watch the live show. They can order merch. They can learn about 810.
Call me Merch Mick.
Email us, call us, everything right there on the website.
Can they donate?
They can donate right from the website, everything.
Donate.
That's a good website.
We accept all form of payments.
EBT.
Sure will.
Oh.
but we wouldn't take the EBT. Like you have to go and buy the food and then, bring it to me.
I'll meet you at the grocery store.
Oh, rumors gonna be flying today.
Hey, listen.
Mickey said he'd buy food stamps.
And do. On the low though. Don't.
And we gotta get to working on 810 day, which is gonna be.
You ever heard the quiet? And this has popped in my head, and I don't even know why it did, but I don't see a lot of people donating. So it's going to.
Debbie Clark. Debbie Clark just came with her $10. Debbie, the beautiful Debbie Clark. That's what I'm saying. We throwing hats away. You get a hat, Debbie.
You ain't there yet, Mickey, to be doing that kind of stuff.
Little mama, you get a hat.
I gotta write the people down, the names down.
Yeah, you better get it together because Winters would be like, Mickey said he was gonna do it.
Well, they gotta reach out to you and give you shipping information. So
a lot of them people right here. Only one you got to send out is Trevor. Everybody else, right? Oh, well, Lil Mama.
Trevor.
And Lil Mama, you got to mail off. Teresa, see her at council. Debbie, we can pull up on her somewhere.
Debbie, we can see that. Well, we can have Judy deliver Debbie's.
Debbie want a pink one. Don't do that. Debbie don't want her at her house no more.
Let me ask you a question. Where does Jedediah at? I thought he was coming in town, or he was in town.
Jedediah found out he might got him a little boo thing up here and said, they telling and dipped. He said he won't be the scandal. Say he didn't found him one up here and he said I could go from my living room and preach to the people.
I'm just asking because I know
he's on his way.
Is he?
I know one thing. I know he can tear
preacher got us. You good.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think Neely ready for Jedediah.
Y'all think so?
No.
And neither is Flint.
Or Leon or anybody. Yeah, because Jedediah, you can't tell where he's coming from. He's effective, a little extravagant sometimes, but he gets shit done. And I don't know if Flint's ready.
We got a question for you, John.
We've been waiting for a long time.
What's
we got a question. Can John talk a little bit about the publishing company when he publishes his book? That's from B. Marie.
Yes. We're in a process right now of writing it. Obviously I'm not an author, but I'm working on that. And I do have a co-author that's out in Dallas. So, we're writing a book, and it's going to be, I can tell you hands down, bestseller, because Eric's Life was a bestseller. Everybody across the country is the best, knows that Eric's best known for his one-liners, for his comebacks, and for his.
Don't know, I don't know her.
Yes, for his. People don't know how famous Eric was. I'm going to be honest with you. And I traveled with Eric to New Jersey, to New York, to Philadelphia, to D.C., to Little Rock, Arkansas, to California, Vegas, and Mississippi, Memphis. And I could tell you that there wasn't a public place that we went to that people didn't swarm around Eric. And that's a fact. And I brought him into a community event, which was hosted by the Republicans.
Oh, I've seen that.
And those guys went crazy over Eric because Eric was a household name for many. And, Eric didn't even realize that Eric was Eric. Eric thought that he was just talking normal and people were just, turning it into something comical, which is the case. But, he was, I can tell you, he cried a couple of times when people were, coming around him because he's like, why? Really?
He probably didn't. He didn't. I don't think he understood how big he was.
Right. I remember one time I was telling Lintus, and Miss Biggs can verify this. We were at the point of order office that I'm in threat of shutting down because Nikki said to shut it down. But we were at the point of order office, and I said to Eric, let's do a TikTok live just to get on because your people want to see you consistently, and let's do it. Man, when I tell you he cursed me out for every bit of 20 minutes, he's not into this fame, and he doesn't do this, and he doesn't take care of this, and he doesn't, need to be in anybody's face. And after that breath, he said, well, are you going to set up the tripod so we can get on live? And then he wouldn't get off.
No, he liked to talk.
Listen, ask Bev. Bev looked at me. I looked at Bev, and Bev just put her head down because she thought, that he was going off on me and all this other stuff, and he was, and he does, and he always did. Well, somebody just gave him
Hold up. Kobe Fatty,
Said,
a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. She need that hat.
So
run her hat.
It was funny because Bev thought, oh no, Johnny ain't gonna let him talk to him like that, and quite frankly, I wasn't. But then I just busted out laughing when he told me to set up the tripod so he could do this live. I said, this man bipolar. He definitely was bipolar.
Did you see the council meeting where his ass was agitating them? And I don't know if he was doing it for real or not. And they were sitting there having a conversation about something, and all of a sudden he heard. He just kept breathing in the damn microphone.
Eric crazy.
Eric used to do weird shit.
Remember the time that he busted out into a gospel session?
Oh yeah, I started singing right there with him.
He busted out.
We had church. See, that's what he do. You get up and walk out, now we can really talk about what's going on with Mickey out the room. So listen, we're gonna do members on the show Saturday.
Saturday? Is that a Saturday?
Yeah, we're gonna do it Saturday. We just tell them what time to be here. You come. And we're gonna do it Saturday.
Will you be on time?
I mean, you just don't be early, and then I'll be on time.
Let me tell you what my staff does with me when they set appointments up for me, especially my doctors. When it's 1 o'clock appointment, they tell me it's 12. And I come strolling in just a little bit early. Then I get there at 10 o'clock.
So y'all mean to tell me the bump started at 7 now, so I could be here by 8:50?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Well, today we have council meeting. We have committee meetings today, and quite frankly, guys, we have a very long agenda. And like this change, we're gonna go over the agenda today. I thought the agenda looks very familiar. So the last meeting they called it so quick. I believe we are just repeating. We are just repeating the same thing that was supposed to go through last time. But I noticed that the Franklin Avenue Street mission or whatever that is from Judy is back on there. And let's just
Speaking of the budget meeting and conversation, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is it a common practice for a council in Flint? Because I'm heavily involved in politics, in different states, and I can tell you it doesn't happen in other states. Is it a common practice when you ask a police chief for data that he should have at the tip of his hands? That's what police chiefs do. They direct, and they need to know where to direct. And in order for them to know where to direct, they need to know where their loopholes are and where their empty spaces are. And when you ask the police chief how many children were killed in his city, and he can't answer it, do you still give him his budget?
That's the same thing I said last week.
Oh, you said
I
that?
wouldn't give him a dime until he came up there and had a public safety plan and could explain everything. But my thing is, who set up these goofy rules, as Mays used to say, where they only get 10 minutes to ask him questions? You can't ask about a $60-something million budget in 10 minutes.
And let me tell you something. We represent cities. And we make sure before our department heads go out there, especially in the public, and start talking about something, or start asking for something, grants or whatever, that they have a complete proposal, a complete budget, a complete spreadsheet, so that way there cannot be no questions asked. And guess what? You could do it in 10 minutes.
If you had an itemized line for line budget.
Right. Correct.
This is what they give. Now, I've had $2 million budgets before. And if I turn this into my boss, I would be fired.
Correct.
People want to see, okay, well.
Hold that thought, Winters. Rosalind Garrison.
Okay.
She need a hat.
Where? I don't see that. The money up.
She hit it through because she didn't know how to do the whistle.
Oh, she did the cash app?
Yeah,
okay.
She didn't know how to do it.
Rosalind Garrison.
Yes, ma'am.
So
she want a hat.
You get her address?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. Gotta do that. I don't know her. I know Rosalind Garrison.
if she can she inbox you or DM you or whatever they call it somewhere?
Inbox. You guys that sent the Debbie Clark, Lil Mama, Trevor, Teresa, Elizabeth Finney, Rosalind Garrison, inbox, 18 News Media Group or myself.
Inbox Winters.
18 News Media Group should be the first choice because that's the company.
Yeah, but inbox Winters because she gonna send them out. You're sending them out, Winters, now.
No, sorry, just a podcast.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
LFA.
Yes, ma'am. No paid.
So, but
Thank God.
like we were talking about that, you know, I'll tell you a simple comparison for Flint here. You know, we talked a little bit yesterday, and I said that there's some good things coming out of the Mates Foundation. We spoke about that. One of which is thanks to Bishop Roberson. Shout out to him.
Neil Roberson, who did that wonderful video for Miss Beverly Biggs. I thought that was really nice.
Unsolicited, I might add.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was unsolicited. Okay. Bishop Roberson has been a friend of May's for many, many years. And Bishop Roberson presided over Eric's funeral. And despite me trying to give him, money or telling him the charges for his time because he flew in from Mississippi.
And I thought, because I thought he was still here, and that's when I found out he had moved to Mississippi. But
no, he was Mississippi.
Flint pastor. He was a Flint pastor twice.
He came in on his own dime. He brought in entertainment, Anita Baker's vocalist and their group, and gospel people, singing, and a lady from it's like I don't know what's her name, Priscilla. I forget the girl's name. He brought in from Dallas, who was an excellent soloist, and he didn't want nothing. And I tried to give him something. I went and I tipped all the other people, but he didn't want nothing. He said, he said, I know Eric, and he told me some stories with Eric, and we laughed about it, and I did take him to dinner. Take everybody to dinner. Yeah. But no, you gotta make him feel special. I don't take nobody to dinner stuff.
Tell him. Don't take nobody to dinner.
All right. But yeah, so Roberson, so he approached us, and I'm just bringing this in here because it kind of falls in line with, how you have to be prepared, because you run stuff. So him and another member of the Eric B. Mays Foundation that I was told to shut down, that's not going anywhere. They're planning to bring gospel show convention to Flint, and the budget that was done was a 5-page spreadsheet down to how many napkins we needed. That's what you do, Chief. That's what you do. That's what you do. And quite frankly, that's why Tanya Burns and Jerry Winfrey Carter are always on your ass, because you don't know nothing. And hopefully, if Beverly Biggs get in there, she gonna be on your ass. Now you got 5 people.
When she get in?
That's what I said. Did I say if?
You said hopefully. No, it's when she get in.
Oh well, no.
I'm just.
We don't know with Neely because Neely, plays in everybody's pockets.
Wait a minute, not him. But why am I just saying? Because I couldn't really hear clearly from the city. What?
Hold on one sec. Teresa Rooney with the $5 super chat, and she said, "Hit that like button, show some love, even you haters." Thank you.
So, what was I saying? Oh, when we was talking about the election and everything, and you said Millie, but if I'm not mistaken, Davina said the other night that she doesn't know when the voter roll is going to get updated? Isn't that kind of troubling?
Mm-mm.
I mean, come on
Listen.
now. What? Like I've been saying this, and y'all know I've been saying this. We got people in River Rest that still voting. Even Eric, before he passed, he said they would send the absentee application or ballot. One of them came to his house for his son. That was
Eric couldn't trust. Eric told me this plenty of times. He could not trust Davina, and now I see why.
Mm.
Davina is. She needs to be locked up. That's straight up. Because what she's doing is criminal. She's the keeper of the record. She certifies elections. Okay.
No, that's Gloria.
But it's up to Davina's direction.
Talk to her, John. Enlighten her, sister. Enlighten her.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. So when those absentee ballots come in, and she goes to count them, and it's not electronic, and they end up in the shredding machine.
Allegedly.
That's a faulty system.
Now, some states require a Republican and a Democrat to witness the counting of the absentee ballots. They don't have that.
Isn't that what the Republicans were suing Genesee County about? Because they didn't have enough.
I ain't that deeply about that.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that's what needs to happen. The Republicans need to step up.
Shit, I heard they did.
And I'm a Republican, but they need to step up. Trevor, they need to step up. They need to step up and force a system of checks and balances, because there's too much with these elections, especially on a local level, that are politically charged. And if you let a Democratic city count ballots and there are Republicans, or it's a split Democratic city, which Flint definitely is, okay? You just don't let Davina Donahue control that. It's already clear that she stole the election from Beverly Biggs Levy twice.
Now, shit, I'm gonna know.
We turn
I challenge
honest,
everybody. Now, do you think Davina stole it, or she was just doing? Because the state said, didn't the state hand it back to her and say, you do what you think needs to be done?
If she's that stupid,
I don't think she's stupid. I think that she actually went to her boss and said, what do you want me to do?
Follow the trail. Where does it end? Davina Donahue.
But she can't overstep Neely's.
The hell she can. She's supposed to.
Explain it to her, John.
She's
Explain
an independent auditor. So if I go to my boss and he's doing something illegal, but I'm the one that's signing
off on.
That's why she
put Glory over the elections.
I'm gonna do that. Now she may be setting Neely up. You never know. But come on, man. I mean, you stole the election twice from the people, and your city attorney helped you.
It's like, which one? William Kim, he got the hell on down.
Oh no, William Kim, he was yeah. Me and Billy had a nice relationship.
Oh, you and Billy.
Yeah.
First name basis.
Yeah.
Well, what about the CFO? Y'all got a good relationship.
No, I don't deal with him.
He don't deal with nobody but Judy.
Who? Judy, the QuickBooks accountant?
Yeah. The CFO asked Judy, how much money do we have left? And Judy said, well, she hadn't balanced the ARPA books since September last year.
But she don't have to, because all she knows is QuickBooks. She
must be keeping it in the QuickBooks. And he told her at the lectern, well, we're just going to go by the numbers that you got. That's what the CFO, that's what he said.
Yeah, they said a lot of stuff there that was, and they wasn't ready. Like, to go to a budget hearing and you not prepared, the clerk office wasn't prepared, the CFO wasn't prepared. That's what I was saying, like, they let 50 million go. What you mean? Don't say we need some lobbyists.
I'll tell you what.
I agree, Keisha Denise, the clerk job should be by election, because when they are appointed by council,
yeah,
it's I think it's a lot of undue pressure. Like, ain't nobody about to take care of nobody that's gonna get fired from their job.
Let's just be honest. Most of these people get in them seats. They put them in their seats because they know they're gonna do what they told to do. You know. So, but see, Chief Davina more scared what the mayor can say because he gonna get 5 votes or 6 votes to get her out of there. I'm not gonna sit up here and say a lot of them council people is smart enough to go after the clerk like that. Even when Quincy, and it's not no shade, even when Quincy, when they was going, you had a regular citizen coming up there going at Inez, and you had Quincy, a council person. So let's just be real. You know, the mayor, he pulling these strings from downstairs, and these people enacting what he asking them to do.
Well, you know, I don't know how true. Well, I do know how true it is because I saw what he did in Dalton, up in you know, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you one thing, Davina. Oh, I didn't tell you this, and I don't know if Jedediah watches your show.
Yes,
if he don't, I ain't watching his no more.
He watches.
I said it.
Well, I'm a little upset because he didn't let me come on any of his shows since I had to go up there and just clarify some stuff. But you know, one day he'll understand that I'm, you know, I should be on the show talking. But let's talk about what somebody who is a very reliable and close source to me, and they may be in this chat. Matter of fact, they were in this chat. I don't know if they still are.
Don't call their name out.
But in Sam's, Gloria approached her and said, "Who's this Jedediah guy that walked into the mayor's office talking about he wanted to see me? He really don't want to see me."
Oh.
And this particular person said, "Oh no, you don't want to see him. Because we all saw what he created and how he won the election in Dalton, hands down. And here it is, just people just think he's Jedediah, but I don't know. I mean, FBI might be locking Gloria up. We don't know because Jedediah has reached there. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And where people don't realize an activist, a real activist. Let's talk about real activists because I don't think there's too many in Flint, especially at 11 o'clock. The activists in Flint, what they don't do is they don't activate. You got activists, like I told you before, and you have opportunists.
I say activists and actors.
Activists, if you're a real activist, you get shit done. That's what happened in Dalton.
I agree. I agree, and I say that not only about our activists, but our leaders in the community, our groups that are supposed to be leading the community. We should not be 12 years in a water crisis. 11 years, 12. How many? You know, you lose count after 5 or 6.
Listen, I travel all over the country for business, for my office, and I got to tell you that Flint, by far,
You tell me that.
has the most churches and religious houses in the country.
A few years ago, I think about 5. Well, I know for a fact 5 years ago it was registered. We had 408.
It was 396 right now.
So we dropped a few. Few dropped off.
Right. So where are you clergy?
They here, just can't find.
But they full of shit. Half of them.
Half, and I agree with
I mean,
half of them.
if you're not in the media's face talking about the problems in your city and your churches, half of them need help, need money, need grants, need money to operate to help your congregation, but You're not doing anything to bring light to your congregation, except for a few here and there. I see a pastor every once in a while pop up at City Hall, and and that's not the only thing pastors do. So don't get me wrong. You may have a whole totally different mission in your church, but I hear you talking, all of you. I just don't see you moving. And
The only time I seen them move is when Liddell had went after Dennis and they did that press conference.
but you know why they did? Oh yeah, they moved and they backed up Liddell.
Yeah.
But you see how they flipped because Eric got it and said, "What are you guys doing?" And then they took Dennis's back.
Yeah.
But it took a powerful leader like Eric Mays to control the clergy.
That's why Dennis Pfeiffer put in the chat one morning. In times like this, we need a Mays. You got a bunch of lost people.
Yes.
And that's not downing anybody.
No.
Eric knew downtown. Eric been going to council meetings for a long time. Longer than me, you. I think who's gonna say they've been going to the longest?
Papa.
William.
And AC
Wilbur, Papa,
he
Jerry.
been going there since now Papa been there.
Effie's baby boy.
Been there.
But let me ask you a question though, and I'm not taking shots, but I am. But let me ask you a question. Papa said he was the longest person going to the church, and AC Dumas clarified it, as he should, saying that
to the council.
Council meeting, that they both been going to the council meeting, but Papa may have been maybe a little bit longer than him. Look, we got somebody else, whatever that is.
Sandra Nichols Martin.
Papa, they clarified it. But AC, if you've been going to meetings all this time, and you said you supported the Woodard before the crisis happened, what really are you learning? Because you don't need to go to council meetings to understand that Flint has problems. But, Beverly Biggs was inspired by Mays because Beverly Biggs started coming heavy to those meetings because she started hearing what was going on with Mays. And she started saying, I want to get more involved. I want to help out my community. And we joked with her about, it wasn't a joke, but we told her she should run for some sort of office because she had good, strong feelings like Mays and good, strong attention to, what's going on. And one day out of the blue, to my surprise, she said, I'm running for
Third Ward.
the Third Ward. And I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, because I'm tired. I'm tired of watching the pastors not be successful. I'm tired of seeing these politicians come and go. I'm tired of seeing everybody else getting benefits except for the community. I'm tired of not knowing where $90-some million went, that nobody can explain where it went to. Nobody to this day has explained to where that money goes. I'm tired, John. I'm tired. And I said, okay, so then run for the Third Ward. And she ran. And she's running. And she stood alone most of the time because you know what? You know who helps Beverly Biggs leaving?
Her husband. Mr. Terrence. What you got your hand raised?
And I help.
That's the man that you can count on. Oh, he takes some abuse. Oh my God.
She been bit by a dog 5 times.
Yeah. I mean, he bit by a dog and, out there doing, recalls. I think, with all transparency, I think Rich helped her out with the recall, the very first one. And, she used her own time, her own money, her own gas, and she went out and she did the people's work. She got rid of Eda Worthing and helped get Jonathan Jarrett in there. Okay? She did the work. She challenged and she got Liddell twice, and Davina interfered. How you miss 6 sheets? Come on, Davina.
She said, what they say? She never got them from the county, and good old Dominique said, but we timestamped.
Right.
In order.
Come on, Davina. It's called blatant fraud. Okay? And once Jedediah or Beverly Biggs or somebody like that, once they get focused and get this to the federal authorities, you're going to jail. Simple as what I can say. I mean, you can't play around with elections. You just don't do it. And I think that's one common thing that at least 3 of the candidates will verify that they have a problem with, and they should.
Well, we don't want you guys to disappear real quick, and
They ain't going nowhere because we're giving them real information.
Real information.
And we're gonna tell y'all tonight. Listen, just don't wait until Monday and come down to council. Come today. Start today. Come to the committee meetings. This is where they are supposed to vet what's going on before they give out your money. Tonight's agenda, finance agenda, is lengthy. And it's full of reallocation of ARPA funds, and we're gonna run through it real quick right now. So the legislative committee meeting has been canceled once again. They have
They like the laws. They like the law.
Yeah, they like it just like it is. So let me start with the short one first. So governmental ops, that is tonight, and the chairperson is vacant, so it's either going to be Liddell or Candace that's going to run it. Always happens. And so they have 3 appointments and then adjournment. We have a reappointment for the Hurley Board of Hospital Managers, Charlotte Edwards. Then we have a reappointment for the Hurley Board of Managers, Deandra Larkin. And then we have an appointment for the Bishop International Airport Authority, Clyde Edwards. So Edwards, Larkin, Edwards. And then that's it for governmental ops. Now, if that's moving Flint forward and taking care of the city business, they'll get approved. If not, they won't. I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, the finance committee meeting that has been brought to my attention. It's always posted and reboot. It's 143 pages long, but of course that's everything that backs up the resolutions that they present forth to council. So the first resolution is the reallocation of ARPA funds for the Franklin Avenue Mission Food Access and Food Support System. So they want to give the Franklin Avenue Mission $50,000. Yes, I have a problem with that because people need to eat on the east side, the north side, the west side, and the south side. I don't understand how you can turn down St. Mark and not, and then you want people to vote for the Franklin Avenue Mission. Everybody that goes to St. Mark to eat food, they just don't come from the north side. They come from all over Flint. Matter of fact.
Went to hold that thought. Write down Diane Thornton. Debbie just put hers in here for $10 for her hat.
You can write it down.
And I'm over here working the chat.
I got a question. So
Debbie got 2 hats coming. One for Diane and one for Debbie.
I have a question. Maybe you can help me out.
Lost my train of thought.
What? I'm gonna bring it back to your train of thought. So the churches in Flint, the ones that I hear about coming there to get money, and I don't have any problem with that because that's what churches do. They grab money and then they turn it back into the religious ones, the real ones.
The real ones.
Real,
the community.
Right. So I hear like there's need for food. I think I've heard Tiny Birds talk about it a couple of times in the meeting. And is that the same marks you're talking about?
Same marks, yes.
So do they also, or that you may not know, do they also get grants from other sources? Because the reason I say that is I used to, when we were with this small town in New Jersey, and there was grants available from the USDA that they will truck you in food. And I've had it done at least 15, 20 times where they would truck it in, or sometimes what they would do is they would truck it to a centralized location in your county, and you would be responsible for bringing it to the community. And they would give real food, not canned goods and stuff like that. They would give eggs, milk, butter, a hot dog, all kind of stuff. But you had to get a refrigerated truck to bring it. But they were given, I think at one time I had enough food in 2 trucks that we fed 3 towns. 3 towns.
Wow.
No, 3 towns. 3 towns. But, I would be more than welcome, happy to get that information for these food banks to do it, because it's important that the community has food, and if they're having such a problem with getting the money from the city,
Well,
that's sad.
Thank God St. Mark has never stopped. I know they've been paying out of pocket for the food trucks to keep coming.
But that's not right.
It's not right. And I know that they do have a separate 501c3 that handles that. It's separate from the church.
Do they have a food drive where other members of the community can bring food?
Now that I don't know. I don't know the specific process of how it works at St. Mark. That's all I know. It's very surface.
Who's the pastor there?
Pastor Kevin Thompson, the one Liddell cussed out a few times.
Yeah, wrong. She was wrong for that.
She was. It's Pastor Thompson's a good guy.
That's why she won't let him get no money.
She don't like him. It's about him.
Well, she gonna go to hell. How's that?
And I believe you, because this church. Not only has she cussed out the pastor, she don't like the pastor, but it's in her ward.
Mm-hmm.
That's a slap in the face to your constituents, man. This is in your ward.
I mean, I could see if she was giving out food, but she ain't giving out nothing.
No, this
but,
in your
bad
ward.
That's bad hair.
She got a new little quick weave in there. No,
man, hold on. Can we speak on that?
It's election time.
Can we speak on that?
What?
Did you see Liddell hairstyle? It's like she got a blowout. It's like part blowout, part curl.
Can we put the picture on?
She got a new little
Did you see?
Hair.
No. Oh, she shortened. Did you see what she just? They was at some event. They was all in the picture.
Oh,
man, she had like a blowout.
I
think
maybe that's when she had took down the braids.
Yeah, it was like a blowout. I said, what type of hairstyle she got going on? But they working. I give her that. They working. They didn't put something in for wardrobe.
Guys, you guys need to see this show on Saturday. But one of my staff members woke me up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning and said that so-and-so was giving him evidence. He said that he asked her permission to share it with me. And the little bit that I have is very damning. And I can tell you that he texted me a little while ago and saying that he's still receiving some information. And quite frankly, she came with the receipts. I mean, and the receipts are, man,
damaging.
Yeah. And all roads lead back to Neely. I want to be like him when I grow up, because for having Napoleon syndrome, he really is doing big things.
He's doing a lot of things.
One day we were around May's funeral. RL was with me. We went into the hotel restaurant, and RL saw him. He was sitting there having dinner with somebody, and RL goes and puts his hands on his hips, and he said, bonehead, what you doing here? I said, oh my God.
Ariel don't care, but he gonna be there tonight. He gonna have extra Ariel powers tonight when he see y'all.
Oh God.
And I bet he gonna be saying yes, dear, tonight when they tell him to be quiet.
So this is a regular city council meeting, right?
This is a committee meeting. So let me get to the second one. So the next, we have a reallocation of ARPA funds for the Flint Freedom Schools Collaborative. To the Flint Freedom Schools Collaborative in the amount of $40,000. The goal of this project is to engage K through 12 grade scholars in a multicultural integrated reading curriculum that supports them and their families through 5 essential components. high quality academic enrichment, parent and family development, civic engagement and social action, intergenerational servant leadership development, and nutritional health and mental health. Great program. I think it's really great. They were also Deborah Luna. Did anybody see her in the chat? I believe that these were the group of women that were over at the school board meeting that were going to be leasing space from Pierce Elementary School. So I was under the impression that they received their funding from Flint already in order to be able to lease the space. So I guess not, unless they put in the cart before the horse. I don't know. So we'll find out tonight.
Or unless they got 2 grants, one for the leasing and one for the program.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Well, Jerry Winfrey Carter gonna be on it. You saw her last week or the week before.
Yes, I mean,
The lady said it's too early to tell. And Jerry Winfrey Carter said, well, it's too early for my vote.
Oh, well, we ain't got to the good ones yet.
Oh.
It gets better. So then the next one is reallocation of more ARPA funds to the Flint Institute of Music.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What's that?
A Hocus Focus program to include more schools, youth serving institutions.
Well, Flint don't have no schools. Only one or two. What is going on
This
here?
is over in the Cultural Center.
Oh, this ain't for the Flint school system.
Okay. $44,000 that they want to give to the Flint Institute of Music.
This actually what kids can, they really get in reading.
Well, if they get the money, then that's a good cause.
But the Flint Institute of Music is something like, in my opinion, Detroit Institute of Arts, like they have a great philanthropy program that they collect
money already.
They get money for it into.
Yeah, but they you don't understand it. And I don't know this organization, but every organization has a bad seed. Okay, so I'm sure if you bring it back, you're going to find out that they donated to nearly somewhere.
Wow. Well,
that's the judges have.
Allegedly.
We proved that. No. We proved the judges have.
Okay.
The judges have.
The ones that you all went.
Yeah, they definitely. We pulled the finance report. So yeah, the judges have. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
The next one is reallocation of more ARPA funds. See, we don't even know who got the money, who didn't, for them to be reallocated. This is
how much is it? How much is even in there anymore? This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Council don't know.
Right. So how are they voting on anything?
Flint broke. I don't know how they can vote on anything. I don't know how they can approve anything when we don't know how much money has even been allocated.
That city attorney, somebody should file an ethics complaint against them because they're just sitting there allowing
ethics. To the Ethics and Accountability Board.
You heard what?
Right there.
That's a whole nother damn show.
Well, let me tell you something. One thing you don't do as a city attorney is you don't sit there and allow mismanagement of government. That's what you're there for. You're not there to defend them, although Flint definitely needs defense. But you're there to guide them. And for you to allow your council to vote on items that they don't know what they're voting on is disingenuous to the city. You represent the city, not Mayor Sheldon Neely, not the council. You represent the constituents of the city. And you're supposed to be there to defend their money. And for you to allow money to be allocated that may not even be there, that's disingenuous.
I agree with Miss Lorraine. I keep hearing these funds being allocated, but when are they being distributed? That's what I don't understand. Again, I go back to the one lady on the school board, Melanie Rutherford, who said, I'm not supposed to know every program that comes through the Flint schools, but it should be a report back. If we giving you some money, you should be able to come back and tell us how's the program going, how effective it's been. And she may not have said it in those words, but that's what she meant.
So basically what you saying is they ain't been having no checks and balances.
Absolutely not. And I don't know how, again, I agree with John. How can council vote on anything? You know, I have literally sat here for a year asking about the Kennedy Center cleaners. We don't even know if they exist.
You know, let me say this too, where you're talking about the grants. Okay, let me tell you something that Beverly Biggs had a discussion with me about, and I'm sure she'll talk to you about it because there's no hiding it. She said there's no accountability and there's corruption in City Hall. We know that. Mm. She also said these people are getting grants all over the place. We know that. She said, but what we don't know is if the grants are administered to the proper people and is used for the proper usage.
Right.
She said, she asked me, how does other people do grants? And I said, a real grant is given. There's a grant administrator that handles the administration for the grant. It's done in sections. In most cases, it's okay, well, you know, when you do the first part of your program, we give you your first installment. When you do the second part, we give you the third installment. And that grant person gets a portion of the grants. They're out there. You don't pay them. You pay them a portion of your grants. So if you're getting a $40,000 grant and let's say, for example, it's a 10% commission to the grant administrator, all right, his or her job is to make sure that that money is going where it's intended to. If not, he has a fiduciary relationship that he must protect, or she must protect. And if it's not being distributed properly, they have to immediately notify the grantor. In this case, is the city. And then the city will either, one, ask for the grant to be repaid and bring action against them to get it, depending on the breach, or two, stop the funding. Okay? And that's how grants are supposed to be, you know, distributed. So the city of Flint don't have that.
Right.
I don't think they require that.
They should, though.
Everybody can. I'll tell you what, the Eric B. May Foundation, okay, is going to have somebody that is charged with strictly watching the grants. If we give a senior citizen, and I'm not saying anything about the senior citizens because they need help. Sometimes they need help filling out the paperwork. Sometimes and that's all going to be there. But if they, for example, if the Eric B. Mays Foundation gives $5,000 to have a roof put on, okay, best believe we're going to make sure that roof got put on.
Right. As you should.
Right. And if not, then we're going to pull the funding back.
As grants. You should.
Right.
And you know, the first person that told me about all of this reallocation was Trevor. He was like, if it's being reallocated, it's being pulled back from somewhere else.
Right.
We don't even know where. We don't know who got the money. I mean,
they said some got it and then some didn't get it.
Right.
So let me just say this to you. Let me tell you what aggravates me with, and not so. Let me tell you what aggravates me with Flint. Period. The citizens of Flint. You got about 5 that really come down to council. Like I said, Beverly Biggs Levy did those recalls by herself. She's campaigning with the help of my staff, her husband, her daughter. Nobody else has stepped up. Nobody in your chat, and I'm not down in your chat, nobody in your chat. Nobody in Flint politics. Nobody in Flint politics reboot. Nobody has reached out and said, Bev, I don't have a lot of money, but let me send you $2. Bev, I can't help you out with money, but let me know when you're walking the streets. I'll come and spend 2 hours with you, helping you.
Well, shit. People
Bev.
in the chat have done that. Well, shit. See my little boy say that. Well, shit.
In what, your chat? And walked with her?
Miss Shirley has walked with her. Kawana Mack, Mary, Mama Wicker.
Oh, no, Mary. Yeah, Mary. Yeah, Mary. I forgot Mary. Mary, I'm sorry. Don't curse me out when you see me, because she'll curse me out. Yeah. I don't want no sign going up in council for me. All right.
Kawana have a song for you, John.
So, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it to call out anybody or to compliment anybody. I'm just saying that the work that Beverly Biggs has done in this community, the work that, and how we get into Beverly Biggs?
We was talking about
we were talking about
and stuff.
The corruption, yeah. And all I want to say is this, and on Monday, Jedediah about to turn the city upside down.
Monday?
I think so.
I'll make sure I'm not here.
Okay. You saying Monday?
I'm saying Monday. Have your cameras ready.
Have the cameras ready?
You saying Monday?
No. I just said Monday.
Okay, you just saying Monday. I got another day, but okay.
Oh, you got another day?
Mm-hmm.
You know something?
He only 3 hours away.
Wow.
See, I don't be knowing nothing. I just hear.
But here's an activist that
glad I don't know.
That came and said that he supports Beverly Biggs leaving.
And we should take the help.
Yeah, you have to take the help because nobody in Flint is really helping. And what I mean by that is, when Beverly wants a group of people to come out, there should be 50, 60, 70 people, easy, 100,000 population.
Well, what did I say when they was not coming? I said, do they really want Liddell out? I said that before.
Right.
It's like I'm saying now. Do they really want Miss Biggs in? Everybody calls her Nell. Everybody calls Auntie. They ain't supporting her.
Well, I'll tell you, I had this conversation with Jedediah, and I said, you think you're going to get the support? He said, I'll bring my own support.
That's what he said. He told me that too. He said, I ain't worried about it. I'll bring.
He said, if I have to bust them in, I'm busting them in.
That's what he said.
Because my people support Beverly Biggs.
That's what he said. He absolutely said that last week when I had a conversation with him after the forum at the forum. That's what he said.
And he was actually putting up some type of a billboard. This little inside information I got from a little birdie. And the little birdie flew away, so he ain't dead. And he said that he went to put the billboards up, and because he wanted to be like me probably, but anyway, he went to put the billboards up, and he was told that Sheldon Neely did not approve them. Now, I don't know what control Sheldon Neely has over
the billboards in the city of Flint.
Yeah, out front. I'll put them out there. Out front billboards. And has refused to put up his billboard. So he revised. Did you get a copy of that revision? I got a copy too. That revised billboard, which is a little bit less telling, but more in compliance with what they said they had a problem with. And now it's in their hands. Let's see if they'll let him put that billboard up.
This city is backwards.
Right. And they don't understand activism. Like I said, true activists, not opportunists, but true activists, are not going to take that sitting down.
Nope.
No. They're not going to say, okay, well, let me figure something else out.
Right.
Although he did figure something else out as a backup plan. But out front going to have a problem because Jedediah, I hope that buses that he said he's going to bring in or whatever people he's going to bring in don't show up at out front's front door. That would be a little bit problematic for them.
Okay, let me get on with my finances because okay. Listen, council, we need to know where the money is. That's the first thing. We need to know how much money we got left. That's the second thing. Did we get another question about how many CFOs we got walking around downtown?
Yeah, it was just one.
I thought Mickey talks to him.
No, talk to who? No, we just had one. They got more CFO, and they got the deputy CFO. I think his name was Paul something. I don't want to butcher his last name.
So Shelby fired prior?
No, she was there. It's just helping out with contracts, like what would you call her? Consultant.
So she's not here no more.
Well, she helped out with contracts. They didn't say she wouldn't here no more.
So they have three.
They don't know.
But she was no. I'm just telling you. They said they got one and they got the deputy, and then Shelby Fryer. She come through and help with some contracts. I'm just telling you what I heard.
But when Shelby was CFO, she didn't have no consultant helping her. This is what is crazy to me, and I don't understand.
It's election time coming up,
I
man.
get that, but it's financially strapped as Flint is. We can pay for a CFO, a deputy CFO, and a consultant to the finance department. When we got a CFO that comes down there and sit at every budget hearing, or walks down that aisle every meeting, that can't answer nothing. He look up there. When he told Judy, well, we'll just go by the numbers that you have, I was done. I was completely done. He was nothing but a joke after that, in my eyes. Can't take anybody serious.
But the
like
people
that.
of Flint allow it. They don't show up to meetings.
They don't show up.
They don't question them. They're not a Beverly Biggs. They're not an Eric Mays. They're not a Paula. Who else? Paula. They're not a Tanya Burns. They're not a Jerry Winfrey Carter that challenges these questions. They're not a Mary out there, representing the people. But, Mary's one person. She can't do it alone.
But you know what? On the flip side of that, John, maybe people can't come. Maybe they got things to do. That's why we have elected officials. That's why we have elections, to put people down there to represent the constituents, to ask the right damn questions.
Right.
I give them the questions to ask. It's very simple. When y'all gonna fix the water? When the people gonna get the water settlement money? How many CFOs do we have? How much ARPA money do we have left? Who got the ARPA money? Have they spent it on what they asked for it for? Can they come back and give us a detailed report on that? But no, we don't get that. We don't get that. But we get unanimous votes and stuff are passed on stuff that don't even make sense. We gave a business money who didn't even have a business license. So no, we need people on council that's gonna look out for the best interests of the citizens of Flint.
Just got something texting me.
Now,
keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
You can keep going.
The next reallocation for $47,000 is to Flint affiliation, a Flint-based AAU basketball team, to provide a safe space for young men to learn life skills, responsibility. It says disciple and accountability. Maybe it's probably supposed to say discipline, but you see it say disciple.
Who wrote that?
I don't know who wrote it.
Nikki.
Then the next one we have reallocation again of ARPA funds. Youth Arts Unlocked, $50,000. Youth Arts Unlocked mission is twofold: to bring visual and performing arts to detained and court involved youth in Flint, to bring their work to the public. Reallocation, $50,000 for motherly intercession, to empower children and foster a stronger community by preventing the cycle of intergenerational incarceration. Everybody put in their mission statement under the resolutions, as you can tell. Then the next one is and good programs, but I don't see Tapology, $50,000. I see the programs.
I do feel with Casey on that. What AAU team need $50K though?
We talking about salaries. We know all of that ain't going for no uniforms and basketballs and shoes. They don't.
Yeah, so
charge the kids to play AAU.
Let me explain how nonprofits work in most cases. Okay, American Cancer Society, American Red Cross, all of that stuff. All of that money that you guys are donating. Okay, you're donating, whether you're donating it through the city, or you're donating because they send you a little thing and you send $25 in. that's not going. For example, if you send $25 into the American Red Cross, okay, by the time it gets to where it needs to go, you're talking $1 because the rest of it is in salaries.
Yeah, administrative fees. Absolutely correct.
Okay, so don't think that all these kids are getting all this money. You know, they may get a basketball out of it.
Right.
Hmm.
Or a certificate at the end. Thank you for attending.
Right.
That's it.
And not even a real certificate, one that they got off the line.
Right. And they still gonna charge the kids most of the time.
Right. So, you know, that's the problem with vetting. And you have to vet. You need a grant administrator. You gotta vet who you're giving money to.
But shit, when they ask the right questions and they come back wrong, they still pass it.
Yeah, look at Adele. She got $75,000.
And was her fifth vote the passing vote both
Sure
times?
was. She voted for her own stuff.
Both times. Ain't that illegal?
Should be.
Very much a conflict, but your ethics accountability board don't have leadership either. They got that big guy that let it go to his head.
Let me hurry up because it's 11:05. So the next one we have William E. Walter HVAC Services, maintenance, $75,000. Truck and trailer specialties for 4 one-ton dump trucks, bed water department's utilities division, $96,744. Weinstein Electric, they do everything in the city of Flint. They need another $184,000. The salt company, I guess it's about the big snow about to come in. They need $200,000.
Nikki, is it possible? Let me ask you a question. Is it possible while we're going through the rest of this, you could put up what I just texted you because I just saw that come in? Is it possible?
No.
Nah,
No, when you work on that one, it's talking about
Hold
this.
on, let me should have sent it to my messenger.
Then the next one we have Trio Paint, General Contract Services. They want updates in multiple areas of City Hall and the amount. See, they're updating City Hall. $202,111 for a revised 3-year total of $1,267,252.
What do they do?
Updates, painting, and all of that type of stuff. The next one is the reallocation of ARPA funds, Water Rates Stabilization Fund. That has come back. They're asking for $2 million to stabilize the water funds. The next
Is that
one,
the water bills that people get?
Yeah.
But they're shutting water off.
Yeah.
So they plan on like giving grants to homeowners?
See, you asking some good questions. Take note, council, if y'all watching in the bushes. Take notes on what he's saying, whatever, Ask the questions again so they can hear you right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, they're shutting people's water off. So if they're going after money for a stabilization plan, then, why are they shutting water off when they know they're going to stabilize it? But more importantly, has anybody got any of that money? Or how are you tracking that money? You can't just say stabilization plan and pass it.
And here go $2 million. How?
Yeah, you guys got to ask the right questions.
Jerry did. Now I will give Jerry credit when she said, Jerry or Dennis. It was either Jerry or Dennis because they was tag teaming that night.
I remember that.
When they asked him, how much is each house? Is it gonna go up? Well, I don't know. Everybody has a different water bill. We know that, but you can give us an approximate of how much the bill is gonna fluctuate. He didn't have that. He didn't have no answers for nothing. Then here we go for this next one. They're coming back with it again. They want to give 5 to 7 nonprofit organizations who they don't want to tell you the names to $225,000 for youth job training.
Is that the one Jerry's telling us too early to vote, if you're too early to sell?
Yeah, if you can't tell me who you want to give the money, you just want to give it to 5 to 7 people. Who?
See, what people don't realize, I see these two Facebook groups going at each other. And, if they really paid attention, they would see that 4 of them are asking legitimate questions and not passing things. And 3 of them are like,
just whatever.
We're going. And they're not asking any questions. But yet, the 4 that are asking the questions are the bad people, according to Shelton Neely. Of course, they're the bad people.
So the next one is a resolution to purchase supplies upon city council approval. Street maintenance, $91,000. They need a paver. The paver is used to pave local streets, and it was purchased in 2018 and used as a demo. It was the 2016 model, and it needs repairs.
They do their own paving?
You rode up and down the street, you can ask that damn question for yourself.
No, that doesn't even smell right, because most cities don't have a paving department. They have a repair department. But they don't have
Street maintenance, you will see a shovel and they will throw some asphalt on
Right.
there, and the cars drive over there.
Right.
That's what they do about it. They flatten it down. They don't even have the roller. They did a cross street on the street I stay on, and they didn't even smooth it out.
because
You gotta
they don't
go
want
up and then down again.
because they're not paving company.
So the next one they
You make
have,
me want to move here and run for mayor.
you probably could. The next one is Global Solutions Group, surveillance improvements. They want $153,000. Water pollution control has a security surveillance system, which is analog and failing. And so they needed an improvement to this system. It's imperative to monitor the water pollution control facilities, which I hope a council member is watching, and maybe you can explain this to me or ask the questions tonight. Because when I went to the water pollution plant, they told me that the water that is delivered to Flint from Detroit is already delivered, treated. So, there's not a question about that. The next one is AIS construction equipment to purchase some coal mining machine for $310,000. It says the street maintenance division owns a cold, and it's spelled COLD. Cold milling.
Not cold.
No, it's cold milling, a cold
cold
milling
one.
machine, but it's very old. That's what the resolution says. It's bought in 2006 and it needs to be replaced. The city received a quote for a 2024 WF50 cold milling machine, which will save some money over the 2025 models, because will have the same warranties. That's how they write resolutions here. The next one is the last one is the reallocation of ARPA funds, consumers energy, citywide street light upgrade. So they don't want to exceed $2.8 million. The city administration recommends allocating $2.8 in ARPA funds for a contract with Consumers Energy to replace over 3,000 light bulbs across the city with energy efficient LED bulbs. And the upgrade will enhance the effectiveness of the city's existing grid, improving public safety.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Utility costs.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. So you're telling me that they're going to pay the owners of a property to keep their systems up?
Yep.
What?
You heard it. You heard it just like I did.
Wow. Tiny Burns, Jerry Winfrey Carter. I don't know about the other two. You guys got your work cut ahead
What
of
is
you.
Dennis on here talking about?
You guys,
Who you argue with?
you guys have your work cut ahead of you, because shit just don't make sense. Now I know Mickey put up that picture down there. I just saw that come across social media. Evidently Jedediah is having a meeting.
A town hall meeting or something?
Yeah, you saw that?
Yes, but the date keeps changing. So now it's April 14th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what Jedediah got. I'm not doubting you, sir, but let's see what you got.
All right.
What I'm going to do, if we could take 5 minutes. I know you guys don't like lentil law group, but for the first 5 people that request one, I give them a lentil law group pad.
Oh, who wants a lentil law group pad? Well, they got to come to the town hall meeting. Let's say the first 5 people that come to the town hall meeting get a free lentil law group pad.
first 5 people from, well, no, because they might be from other states. Let me give away my stuff.
We could do 10. This is my damn show. We could do 10, and we could do 5 at the quorum, and then 5 on here.
Right. Well, why don't we just do 10 on here and 5 at the quorum?
Okay, you always gotta change something. But if that floats your boat,
if anybody wants one, just mention it in the chat and let's write them down. You only have 5 minutes to do it because you guys ready to go back. And I think I'm interfering with somebody else's live. But you get ready to go live, so I don't know.
I don't watch other people that don't watch. No, I can't say that because I know they watch. I just whatever. How's Ariel doing? Let's go find him and go to breakfast.
Yeah, let's go get RL. RL, he's a piece of work. He loves me though.
Right.
John, what you got for me? What you got for me?
Ariel, we love you, Ariel. We're gonna have to bring Ariel back on the show soon for y'all. Let me get him in here for Ariel Friday.
See, I told you nobody likes us. Nobody wants a
hat. They will. They just don't put it in.
Dennis and Jonathan, you want to wear one at the meeting tonight?
Dennis in the chat. Dennis just said why you don't like him, John. You a lie. You a lie. He said John name in there. Yeah.
Because you know why.
Oh, well, that's the end of the show, family. We went over 16 minutes.
I just explained it to him. He understands why.
It's all business.
It's not exactly. It's all business. When you say one thing, you know what I mean, and it appears it could be a different thing, but when you say one thing and you do another, I have a problem with that. And it all goes back to the votes. Neely's people never quivered, only about 1 or 2 times just to make it look good. Our people did it many times that I think that, should be supporting Beverly Biggs. So, but I'll give them a hat, and they got to pay $1 for it. Dennis and Jonathan, you got to pay $1 for it because I'm not being accused of giving you anything.
Right. They've been taken. We had enough taken from Lento.
Yeah.
Dennis, we don't know if your nails are perfectly manicured.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Peace, huh?
But wait a minute. Tanya came back and proved Dougie Boy wrong. Remember, she came back with the receipts. She got up from her seat and she said, "I'll show you the receipt I paid for those shirts."
Who? What's the name?
Dougie Boy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
2 people I don't like. He done said their name so many times a day.
He running around here with lawsuits.
People
I said, who? I don't know who you talking about.
2 people I don't like, John. You just keep hollering their name. Family, we out of here. Peace.
See y'all later tonight.